Hello, 4th and 5th grade friends. Mr. D is back again for your new project. 4th grade, you did the name project. Thank you for all those students that sent them in. They look amazing. I love it. Thank you so much for sending them in. If you ever wanted to do this still and you haven't yet, it's always going to be in the 4th grade Google Classroom, and you'll also find it in the first Defino Art video, so it gives you the step-by-step on this. The next project you're going to do is this one. 2-point perspective. Not one, 2-point perspective. So for this, you have your horizon line, then you put 2 dots on, one here, one there, and you start with a vertical line going straight down. I don't talk about it later on, but I just want to kind of showcase the value that's going on here, the lightness and darkness of color. So the house, the light's hitting it from this side, which is making the opposite side darker. So this is brown here, and I went very lightly with the brown on this side, pushed harder on this side, and then went over it with a black pencil just to give it more shadow. Drop the shadow on this side of the house, drop the shadow on that side of the chimney. These 2 windows, the door has little shadows on the edges, and shadow near the steps right there. So it's light and dark, and then I also added a little black on top of the dark just to pick up a little more shadow from that side. You could see from here I have value going from top to bottom. Dark blue on top, because usually when you look up at the sky, your deepest blue is up. And then as you go down and you look over to horizon line, you have more air molecules in the way, it diffuses the color, so it looks lighter, right? Clouds too. I have larger clouds here, and then they get smaller as they go down. Kind of helps with the sense of space. So I'm going to go over the tools first, and then we're going to get into how to make this. You were just doing 1-point perspective with the name project. I want to skip this over to 2-point right now. Let me take you to another place now. So to do 2-point perspective, not 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, you need your horizon line. So very lightly with the pencil, I'm going to make mine a little darker so you can pick up on the video. Horizon line right there, all right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dot over here and a dot over here. And the 2 dots, these are the 2 vanishing points for what we're about to make. All right. So right here in the center, I'm going to make this house, right? And I want this line dead center, just so you guys can learn how to do it. And I'll just make a 1, 2, 3 inch line. You can make it longer if you want. It's fine. It'll always work out. So this is the corner of the house right here. Now, just like all other perspective drawings, when you have a vanishing point, all the lines are going to go to those dots. So I'm going to make this line starting up here. Go to that dot. Make this line. Go to the dot. Same thing on the opposite side. One there and one over here. Pretty simple. And you already start to see the shape that's forming here, right? It's like 2 walls now, right? Now, obviously, we don't want the house to go that far. This is more like a building. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it off. It's similar to what you did with the name project, right? So we're going to cut it off. Let's say we'll cut it off about here. And we'll do the same thing on this side here. And that's going to be our cutaway points. All right, so erase everything you don't need now. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. We don't need this, the horizon line in the center anymore. That was just to find our vanishing points. Oop, shouldn't erase that. I put that back. Let's get that back over there. All right, so this is the beginning of the house. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to start, we should probably start making a roof for it first, all right? I want to put a line going right down the middle here. It's going to help me right about there.
help me find where the roof is. Just like that. All right, so I brought that line a little further up. All right, hopefully that comes out on the video. And what I want to do is to create a roof. I don't want the roof to be that high. I'm going to make it down a little over here. So I'm going to bring this triangular shape down past the corner right there. And I'm going to have this one go past that corner over on this side. And what you're seeing here with this wall is you're closer to this, so the wall's larger. As it goes away from you, it starts to shrink. Now, that has to stay the same for the roof too. This part of the roof would be a little longer than this side. I'm going to take a little bit off the top right there. All right, there we go. Now, the bottom part of this roof and the top part of the roof also have to go to the vanishing point. So I'm going to line this up with that vanishing point. Now, if this ever happens to you like this, like I can't see it now because my hand's in the way, you could switch it to this side, but then it's kind of hard to see over the ruler. Guys, just flip the paper over. You know, whatever's easiest, you know, you can see it. So there's the dot. There's the roof right there, okay? Now, what I want to do here is I want to make the other side of the roof come down. I could use the ruler, I could do it by hand. It's pretty small, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a parallel line going just like that. That's a little too long for far away. Now I'm going to do the edge of the roof right here. Just like that. All right, so I'm going to erase this line out of the roof. We don't need that. We don't need that. And we don't need this anymore either. Okay, so this line right here, you can use it if you could put like the front door here, you could put the front door there. I think I'm going to put the front door over here. So I'm going to keep this there because I'm going to put a window in that. Okay, so if that's going to the dot there, if I put a window in, I want to make sure my window on the top and bottom are also going toward that vanishing point. Make this one a pretty big window. That's about right. Okay, so I'm going to connect these here for a pretty large window. And there's my window on the one side. I'm going to keep that in there in case I want that line for the window. On this side, I want to put a door. I'm going to put the door right in the center. So I'm going to put one line right here going straight up. I'll put another line right here going straight up. All right. Now the top, the door has to go to the dot. Now this, I can make this door higher up. I can make it a little bit shorter. I think I'm going to make mine a little higher up. And then the top of this is going to go towards the dot. And that's it. There's the door. All right. Could have a handle on there. We could put windows next to it. Let's throw small windows next to it. We'll put one here and here, and then we'll put one on this side, which is going to be smaller because it's farther away. Now, an interesting that happens here, if my windows are in line with the horizon line, then the top of that window is going to go straight to the dot. And to make life easy, that's what I'm going to do. Here and there. Now the bottom wouldn't be. The bottom would have to get tilted. There and there. And there's my windows. Okay. You can add all sorts of things to this. We're just going to stick to the windows and it's the basic stuff for now. And then you guys are going to surprise me. Here's the middle. See what I did there? I put a little dot for the middle of that window. And now I could just run this straight through for the middle of the windows, just like that. All right, we'll put a little door handle on there. It shouldn't really be that circular because if it's on an angle, it'd be a little more round. All right, so we can also put maybe a fancier type of window on here. And then on this one here, I think we'll keep it double paned. Maybe on the inside there's like some curtains or something. Maybe it's tied up just like that. And I'll keep it split like that. Like, what if I were to put a chimney in here? What if there was a chimney coming out of here like that, right? Now, right away, that line can't be like that. That line has to go towards the vanishing point. It would be cut off like that, all right? Now, this side, it wouldn't work because this side has to go to that vanishing point. And it's supposed to look like that instead. Okay, so I'll make this go along with the roof. This line actually goes toward the vanishing point right here. Connect that. So you just can't stick a rectangle on top for a chimney because the rules for the chimney with the vanishing points have to apply. If the sunlight's coming this way, then you know the whole house. Could you try to create a shadow for the house, right? This would probably be in a little bit of a shadow too. This would have a little shadow on it over here. All right, this would be darker than this side over here. This whole side here would be darker, right? Actually, the whole thing would be darker on this side because it's facing away from the sun. Could you employ all those things? Could you add trees? Could you add a garden hose, a playground set? Could you do that all three-dimensional? Start with this, start with the basic thing, and start building on it. Start coloring it. You know, grab some Sharpie markers and Sharpie mark your lines also. If I find a good one, that is. There you go. So that's what you could do with it. I only kind of shaded stuff in. Try to make one side look darker than the other as if the light's coming from this direction. I didn't do the whole thing because I don't want to spend all that time doing it. I want you guys to be working on it. And I didn't add any new stuff. You know, trees. And if you did trees, they'd be larger here, and then the trees would get smaller as they go back. Even things on the horizon, maybe mountains. You know, you could do like mountains in the background. You know, you can have like little things going on. Hot air balloon, birds in the sky, all those kind of wonderful things. So go ahead, give it a shot. Add your stuff to the Google Slides that I'll have up on there in the Google Classroom. And see some good work. I'll start posting it online on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the teacher page, all that good stuff. So remember, 2 vanishing points this time. Horizon line, 2 vanishing points, middle line, and start going towards that vanishing point and erase this stuff. Go over the YouTube video a couple times, work it out. I would suggest do a practice drawing first and just have it beside you so you know what to do, and then the real copy, work on the real copy, work on the final copy. All right, guys, let's see what you can do.